In a world where house prices have exploded and the cost of living has forced many people to give up on the idea that they'll ever be able to own their own homes, it's so inspiring to see people picking up hammers, getting stuck in and constructing their own homes. And that's exactly the case with this next inspiring couple who have built a beautiful DIY tiny house. Hi Phoebe, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Great to meet you. G'day Luke, how's it going, mate?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you. And I'm really excited to check out this beautiful home that you've built. You actually entirely constructed this yourselves, didn't you?
We did. It was a very big project, but a lot of learning, a lot of good skills going forward, so it was a good journey.
And had you had any experience building before you tackled this project?
I hadn't, but Luke had.
Yeah, bits and bobs, not to the scale, but learned a lot during the project and I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm sure. And what was it that inspired you to build a tiny house?
To be honest, probably the scary Auckland housing market.
Yeah.
Because in doing something like this, you've got the opportunity not to have a mortgage, and it's much easier not to on a house like this than a normal Auckland house. So
I wanted a big project to do, something I could put a lot of time and love into, so I thought, why not a tiny house, something that we could just live in and really appreciate together.
But I was pretty daunted at it at first, and I was a little bit against it because I had no building experience. But then as soon as we got into it, Luke very quickly was able to learn, and it was not too bad in terms of skills that Luke had, yeah.
Yeah, and you've come around to the idea now, obviously.
I do, I definitely have, yeah.
I think that's one of the great things about tiny houses, though, is that I think if you were looking at DIYing a more conventional home, it's a really overwhelming project, whereas a tiny house, even if it is a complex project, it still feels a little bit more bite-sized and like you can take that chance to try and tackle a day.
Yeah, absolutely. I would never try to build a house bigger than this just for the sake of the windows.
Yeah.
Don't want to do any more windows.
And you actually started building this when you were still in university as well, didn't you?
We did, both studying full-time. So it took about 2 summers and then 3 years, all part-time.
What an incredible start to getting on the housing ladder, and now having your own beautiful home completely mortgage-free. That's exceptional.
Yep, very exciting.
And what size is the tiny house?
The tiny house is 2.5 metres wide, 7.2 metres long and 4.2 metres high.
And can you tell me about the design of the home?
We just went for a corrugate and cedar combination for the cladding. A lot of windows, let a whole bunch of light in, French doors and a bifold window that snaps back. Just help the indoor-outdoor living.
We chose the navy on the corrugate and the cedar because it can look fresh and new for a really long time.
Yeah.
So it weathers pretty well and the house can stay looking brand new for a long time.
And the cedar and metal is such a classic combination, but it's a classic for such good reason because it just seems to work wherever you put it, eh?
Definitely, and it's also lightweight, easy for transport. But yeah, no, we love it and really enjoy it.
Yeah. Good size deck that you've built here as well?
Yeah, it's just a new addition. It just helps extend the space and we're looking forward to using it over summer.
3 by 7 metres, so it's actually bigger than the floor space of our house. So it adds a whole lot more to the build.
And how long have you been here on site at the moment?
Officially 8 months, so really enjoying it. First proper winter.
Yeah.
Loving the heat pump and the sun outside on the deck. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And the parking spot that you have found for this house is exceptional. The views just stretch for miles.
We're pretty lucky. Some family friends and their parents let us have this spot, and we absolutely love the privacy, the native bush, all the birds and wildlife. It's really, really amazing.
And the bathtub is a really nice addition as well. It certainly looks very plush there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a luxury. We used the leftover materials from the build, secondhand bathtub, and that was Phoebe's birthday present.
It's very nice at night time under the stars with the view. So
oh yeah.
Very lucky.
You certainly are. What a great birthday present. And you're off the grid with this home as well, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We have a 4.5 kilowatts ground array, which supplies the whole house, and it seems to be plenty for us.
Yeah, that is a very serious solar system for a tiny house, isn't it?
It is. We learnt from a few different tiny homes of our friends and things that we'd seen, and we thought just better to go big rather than not have enough power.
Yeah.
And it's definitely paying off for the winter especially. We're able to get through the night with a dehumidifier or the heater on all night. night.
Yeah.
So we're pretty lucky, yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's such a good decision to make. If you overspec the solar system, then you can really just make sure that you can enjoy the home, and it's one thing that you don't have to worry about, eh?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And you're collecting rainwater here as well?
Yeah, we're collecting rainwater off the tiny house roof as well as the solar panels, and together they seem to provide enough water for us.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I cannot wait to see what you've done on the inside of this home. Can we take a look?
Yep, sure. Come on in.
All right, thank you. This is beautifully done. You have done a great job on the inside of this home.
Yeah, thank you. No, we really love it. Just nice light theme, nice and airy, and feels open, and we love the wood features. That's something really important to us, to have those nice textural elements in here.
Yeah, just a simple design, the white and the wood, just to make it feel spacious, really.
And it certainly does, especially with the very open design as well. It is an incredibly spacious feeling home. You've got lots of headroom, and you can sort of see right to all of the corners of the home as well. So you've done a really great job with that.
It's really important to have the windows up on that second level to add the light up there. Just learning from things that we'd seen and choosing the best features, I guess.
Yeah, and the windows are perfectly positioned to encapsulate those glorious views as well.
We try to fit as many in as we possibly could in a tiny home, just to add that element of space and light, and we like to think it paid off.
Definitely, and we love the view. We love looking out at the grass hills and out to Port Waikato.
Yeah, what a spot. And here we've got your lounge as well, which is a very cozy looking space. Good sized couch there.
Yeah, nice cozy couch, little TV nook. Just enjoy sitting here and watching a nice movie on a nice evening.
Absolutely. And you've got the storage loft above here as well. That's a nice addition.
Yeah, that's for the little things and bits and bobs that we use somewhat frequently. Just a nice place to put them out the way, but there if we need it.
It was fairly important because of the limited space in a tiny home to have that extra storage. So yeah. It's very, very useful.
Yeah, nice easy access. And the kitchen here is beautifully done as well.
We do love it a lot, like nice big bench space. We did everything around the house, did the lining and everything, and we got to the stage of the kitchen and we thought, didn't really want to do another big project. So we thought, we'll just get someone else to help us out with that. So yeah, really happy with it. We couldn't help be involved a little bit with little bits and bobs, some of the supports, and we did all the handles ourselves.
Yeah, I totally understand that as well, because there is another level of complexity that's involved in kitchen joinery and that sort of thing, eh?
Yeah, we couldn't be more pleased, especially with the way the bench top turned out. That was going to be one of my pride and joys in this house, and it's huge, but we're so happy with the way it turned out.
Absolutely, it definitely is a really nice sized countertop, and you've got the addition of the breakfast bar as well there, which is excellent.
Yeah, there's quite a big overhang to get the size that we did. So we've got C channels routed in the bottom, but it gives enough room to fit a washer dryer under and have all of the storage that we need. So yeah.
So yeah, there's plenty of space for prepping meals and cooking. Got a 2-burner stove, which is plenty. Big sink for cleaning, really good size. I can be cooking here while Phoebe's making a puzzle over there. It's all the space we could need and don't really get in each other's way. It's really nice.
Yeah, great. And you're right about that. You've got no shortage of storage in this kitchen.
No, it's got all the essentials that we need. Plenty of storage for groceries and all the appliances that we need, and nice big fridge, so couldn't ask for much more.
The overhead storage is really, really great addition as well. You can store stuff on top and inside, and the shelves are adjustable to all your needs. So yeah, it's really amazing.
Yeah, it's great the way you've done that. And you've got even more storage tucked into the other side under the stairs as well.
We do. That was an absolute must in a tiny house. All of our wardrobe is under there, and there's even space for things in the steps as well. Every second step going up is storage, so nothing is lost or wasted. It was really important for us in terms of shoe storage to have a double height step for that. We were going to try with a single height, and you wouldn't get much more than 2 pairs of shoes in. So just by doubling it, we could triple what we could fit in there. So it's worked out really well for shoe space.
Excellent. And then I'm guessing we've got your bathroom through that door over there.
Yeah, just right through here.
Let's take a look. Hey, this is really nicely done. It's especially clever the way that you've recessed the vanity there, and then you've got more storage around the corner. That's a very clever use of the space.
No, it's surprising how much stuff you can fit in behind there, and by recessing the sink opens up the space, because it is a small space, but makes it a bit more usable.
You've got a great size shower in there as well?
Yeah, it's a full size 900 by 900 shower. no different from what we're used to.
And I see you've got the infamous Bambaloo composting toilet there as well.
We do. It works really well for just the two of us. We've also plumbed it in the bathroom in case we decide to change to a flushing toilet at any stage. We've got that option as well.
Yeah, as much as I love composting toilets, just having that little bit of future-proofing in the house can be a really smart idea, so I like that you've done that. And it's nice the way that you've backlit the mirror as well.
And that's a really nice feature that we enjoy. It just helps brighten up the space, reflects the light onto you, nice detailed light, bit of a luxury feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And upstairs we've got the sleeping loft. Can we check that out?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's check it out. What a cozy space you've created up here. And one of the things that I especially like about this loft design is just how open to the rest of the home it is.
You get a good view from the side windows and down those windows there.
Yeah.
We've got the staircase coming up the side of the bed so you can hop in at any level. Makes it really easy to get in and out of bed.
And we made sure to put the sleeping mezzanine at the end of the house that had the most loft space.
Yeah.
So it's a good amount of headroom.
Great, really nicely done. You've got a little bit of extra storage at the end of the bed here as well?
We do. That's great for all the towels and the bedding. Any storage in a tiny house is great, and that was just another place that we could add it without interrupting the flow of the house.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's lovely the way that you've got the windows on both sides as well, so you do have that great cross ventilation.
We found that that works really, really well in the summer. So even if it gets warm up here, you just open both sides and it's clears it out here.
Yeah, very nice. So you've been living in the home now for 8 months. How are you finding tiny house life?
We absolutely love it. It's more than enough for two people just who work full time. It's plenty of space and we really, really, really enjoy it.
We love the privacy, we love the quiet, we love just getting away at the end of a busy day at work to this nice beautiful spot we have. So yeah, I couldn't ask for much more.
Tiny house living has taught us that we absolutely love each other's company and never get sick of each other. It's just another place we can spend time together, and it's really easy to live in a small space.
And if we put our mind to something, we can achieve something, quite awesome.
And what's it like now living in a space that you've designed and built yourselves?
It's pretty surreal, like seeing the designs on paper versus feeling it in person. It's much the same but much different at the same time, but it's pretty awesome.
We started this project quite a few years ago, but there's not much we would change looking at it now.
And having done all of this yourself, you must just have an incredible sense of pride in this home.
Yeah, definitely. No, we're always taking really good care of it. And we just look at anything in this house and we just remember installing it or what's behind there and all the little details. So, no, very happy with that.
And you started building this home while you were still in university. And when I think I graduated university and after that, the amount of money that I threw away on rent, I just hate to think about it. But that's something you'll never have to do.
No, that's right. Yeah, that's the reason why we built a tiny house, so we can just put all our money and time into something and then call it our own at the end of the day. And yeah.
Yeah, what an asset. And to that end, can we talk about the cost that was involved in bringing this home to life?
So it probably cost around $120,000, including solar.
And that really is a great result, especially when you factor in the cost of the solar as well, because that's quite a serious system you've got there.
Yeah, no, it works out really well. We put a lot of work into this house and saved a lot of money by doing pretty much everything ourselves. We still went for quite high spec materials for the cladding and for the framing and pretty much everything, but by doing it ourselves we have to save a lot and yeah.
Absolutely, and it's always good to invest in quality, right?
100%, yeah, just could not cut any corners, just very pedantic.
Yeah, living off-grid saves a lot of living costs at the moment in terms of power and water, so that's quite a big saving for us.
Yeah, nice to bring those bills down, eh? And so with the home now complete, what does the future hold for you both?
Well, it's freed up enough time and money for us to be able to invest more into our hobbies and spare time. So we're looking at getting a small sailing boat and spending time doing that. And then eventually in the future, saving up for our own spot of land. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool adventure building this house, and now we've got some other cool adventures that we're looking forward to doing.
What an awesome mission. Well, you have both done such an amazing job on this build. This is a home that you should both be remarkably proud of. Thank you so much for sharing it with me.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Awesome to be here. Phoebe and Luke have done such an amazing job with the build of this home. What I really love about their story though is that now instead of wondering how they can scrimp and save to be able to pay their mortgage or pay their rent, instead it's how do we find money for the boat? How do we find money for our hobbies? It's the important stuff in life. This is a couple that now gets to actually enjoy life all through putting in the hard work and effort that it took to build this amazing home.